thought you'd be getting something entertaining here, didn't you? Well, you were sadly mistaken. You see, there's far too little time for entertainment. Between gender roles, the stereotypes, the gender development through the lifespan, etc., etc. The latter being why we're all here today. Let me start out by saying that gender roles, as a whole, are based upon social expectations from birth. Being male or female, there are particular expectations and stereotypes associated with them, as I'm sure my teammates have expressed before me. Even before a child is even born, the pressures of gender socialization, or the tendency for genders to be socialized specifically to their gender, occurs in the form of room decorations such as wall color and toys. However, it must be said that though both ladies and gentlemen experience different amounts of timing and intensity of conforming to their respective roles, boys receive it in a more intense dosage as well as earlier than their female counterparts. Even the social costs are higher, examples being peer pressure and parental disapproval. Let it also be said that boys receive mixed messages on acceptable behavior. Male role models are less accessible to them, leaving the mother to raise them. This confusion leaves gender socialization as a struggle for the male gender.
And my supportive father. Dad, when I grow up, I want to invent ice cream.
That's okay, son. When I was your age, I had stupid dreams too.
Like being a supportive father who's around for his children?
Mm-hmm.
Aha, it's funny you say that, 'cause I'm leaving today. But
These roles are learned specifically through the environment. From language, beliefs, and attitudes, it's all knowledge taken by simply watching their adult interaction with life. That is, all through childhood. Can you believe that? Adolescence is an equally stressful time. Not only do teenagers deal with the physical stresses, such as skin flaws and body development, but social cognition as well. Puberty is a menace in this respect, offering new meaning to the generals that have been instilled years previous. This brings about the gender intensification hypothesis. What this states, basically, is that during these teenage years, both the male and females of the species have a greater psychological and behavioral differences because of the greater socialization pressures, specifically during adolescence. Whew! There's also been recent inquiry on the accuracy of this hypothesis, however. Still yet, gender also plays a part in adulthood as well as aging. Just ponder how girls communicate compared to boys. There are two types to focus on: report and report.
Thanks to the Manslater's patented FemLogic processing chip, now any man can decode statements like,
Are you wearing that?
You change, now!
Hey, do you want to get some coffee?
Me want coffee!
Do you think she's pretty?
You think she prettier than me?
the Manslater even works on men. Finally, women can learn the deeper meaning of his words.
Whoa.
Your beauty is stunning.
Hey, mind if I catch a movie with the guys?
You are a lovely, wonderful woman who meets all of my needs. And even though I will miss you, this night I wish to see Death Cop 9 with my...
So get your Manslater today. Clarity is just a phone call away.
You need buy me!
Development-wise, there is a diversity in both genders. Men, however, still feel the strain of the role far more early as well as constantly in their lifespan. In fact, men tend to die up to 10 years earlier than their fairer counterparts. Even in relationships, the gender roles cause great suffering. There is no equality if we go in terms of a traditional role for the men of the house. Age-wise, men actually seem to gain more feminine traits. This includes increased nurturing, sensitivity. There's a large question on whether the opposite is true, however. The studies are mixed in that regard, with females being more dominant, so resulting in inconclusions.
First, let me take a selfie.